Get a little bit of gasoline. Yeah, I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. Yeah, I'm gonna set your place on fire. Let's get higher. Get a little bit of gasoline. Welcome to another life scene. I'ma make it burn.
Well, guys, we got off work the other night. We came in to cut the top off of Barney. Barney's got no cage anymore. Getting ready to do this street. We're going to try and get it in the shop today. As you can see, we got snow again. Get a couple of good days, and then it goes back to snowing. Fun stuff. Anyways, kind of looks like Justice T. Buford's off Smokey and the Bandit's car now. Yeah. Fun stuff. So we got the cage out of it over here. We're going to load it up. I tried getting in here the other day, and we had like 50 something degree weather, so it all thawed out. That's as far as I could get in here the other day. It was no bottom. We were just sinking. So we had to wait till a cold day, early in the morning right now. Still got a little frost in the ground, not a lot. Get this thing loaded up and get it out of here. Fun stuff. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is S.W.E Racing. It's time to work on the bomber. Before we do that, just want to say a few words about this Ukraine and Russia deal, the effects it's having on us here. It's kind of funny because I was on YouTube watching a video of a gentleman that lives in Russia, and he was going around and comparing gas prices and converting them over to US dollars. And over there, they're like averaging $1.90 a gallon, and here we're topping $4 a gallon. Diesel's at $4.49, just climbing the last few days. Makes it pretty uncertain on what we're going to be able to do on racing for us. That's a pretty big hit in our budget. We're just going to continue on and hope this thing levels off and comes back down. I mean, I seen in Oregon they're paying like $6.49 a gallon. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me why we're paying that when they're averaging $1.90 a gallon in Russia. I know they supply something like 20% of the world's oil use or whatnot, but that ain't 20% to me. I don't know what the solution is. Well, I do know what the solution is. I'll tell you first of all, it's the good Lord and Savior, and what they're doing isn't, I don't know how would you say, politics or their government standings, or Russia feels that Ukraine is part of Russia, and that their propaganda or whatever that they're putting out is that they're neo-Nazi, and so they're fighting neo-Nazism, excuse me, fighting against Nazism or whatnot. But Ukraine is a democratic state, country, and I just don't see it. But I think they all need to sit down and find some peace within themselves, and hopefully figure things out and let Ukraine be Ukraine and Russia be Russia. And if this thing escalates to a point to where United Nations and NATO and the UN has to get involved, it could get ugly really quick, guys. So we all just need to be praying to the good Lord and have Him touch their hearts and keep us safe. And I know what is will be, and so we're just going to keep plugging along and do what we do. So I guess we're going to get started on stripping this thing out. We've got the cage. We went out and got it. You'll see that here in a minute. It's going to be at the first part of this video, so you've probably already seen it. Well, I don't know. However I had it. Anyways, we got the cage out of Barney. Barney's not looking so good right now. He's kind of getting snowed on. It is snowing again here. Got the heater kicked on. This car was covered with snow. I had it parked outside while I was working on the late model. The late model we took over, and we had the new pan hard bar and all that put back on. Thank you to S.W.E for helping with that. He knows the measurements. He's the one that built the car originally, so we went out to his shop and we got the pan hard bar all squared away, so the rear end's all squared away. Now we just got front end set up. The late model, we're probably only going to run it limited races this year, because like I said, we have to go to Meridian. I think, well, we wasn't, with the tire change, we were seriously contemplating not running the street this year. But after taking the championship last year, I kind of think we need to go out and defend our championship. So they changed the tires, and that's another expense on us, because now we got to go buy all new tires. I went and got 8 of them already for $920. When I got 36 something Hoosiers that I've been buying over last year and this winter, so that I didn't have to worry about tires on the street. But I guess that's the way it goes. They're putting us on these. They're actually a recap tire. Hoosiers having trouble getting materials. American Racers having trouble getting materials to make tires. They're having labor shortages. So in order to lighten the load, because our modifieds run them, the streets run them, the truck series runs them, he's going to save all the Hoosiers that he can get for the truck series and the modifieds, and he changes us over to these other ones. But I'll show you those. So we're going to run the full schedule in the street. Limited schedule, like on the nights that we don't race that Magic, we're going to take the late model down to Meridian. We're going to run that. Caitlin's running a full schedule in this, aka Buck. So we're going to get stripping this and get the cage in, get it all done. We're going to do this one different. Hopefully it works out this way. I don't really want to cut the roof off of this one like we did on Papa Shrek's. Given the fact the windshield's still good, he needed to put a new windshield in, so it wasn't really a big deal. I find it easier to put the cage in when you cut the top off, because a lot of times it just don't fit when you got a built cage already. So we might have to look at dissecting the cage down a little bit to get it in, and then weld it all back in inside. I really don't like welding inside with the cage, and I just prefer dropping them in and welding them into the car and be done. But we're going to try and do it without cutting the top off of this one. I think we're going to be able to do it. It should work out. Hopefully, cross your fingers, go back to praying to the Lord, and maybe it'll work. So, all right, I'll take you off the tripod and let you look around a little bit. So, 02 Monte Carlo. We're going to get her gutted out. Like I said, the windshield's still good, so I don't want to do anything to break the windshield. I could come up into here, because we got to take the sunroof out anyways, and cut across here, and then cut across the B post and the C post, and take the top off and set it down in. And we may end up having to do that. We're going to try and get it in there in one piece. There's the cage. She's a little rusty. We're going to clean her up, repaint her. I don't like how they did the door bars. Door bars is kind of funky. It kind of reminds me of old number 7 garage. If you follow him, that modified that he drug out of the weeds that he's restoring. What a beautiful car, huh? That's an awesome car. He did a great job. Had it powder coated. But if you look at his door bar, the way the door bars are done on that thing, it's almost just like this thing. I don't know. We'll see if we can make it work. I do have 2 other sets of door bars that are complete, that if we have to, we'll cut these door bars off and we'll weld them on. I cut it loose right at the kickers. The bottoms were all bolted in with plates, which I'm not sure if we're going to redo that ideal or not. We may just welded in, I don't know. We'll just play it as we go. That's the fun thing about building cars, guys. You get to go and do it however you want, however works for you, but make sure you make it safe. So these are the new tires. They're American Racers, they're recaps, directional. They're coming out of Kannapolis. They're supposedly 0.5 to 0.7 slower than our Hoosiers, which I don't really like that. You spend all this time and money to get your car fast, and then they cripple you on a tire. They are probably twice as heavy as a Hoosier. They weigh a ton. So that's more rotating mass we're going to have to deal with. I don't know, guys. It's just not really happy. I keep choking on saliva. In case you don't know, I chew, so I got to chew in, and I keep choking on on the chew. So, but yeah, we're gonna get these doors ripped off. Poor Street's still hiding over in the corner. She doesn't need absolutely anything. Take her off jack stands. Well, first change out those tires. Take her off jack stands. Get her topped off with fuel. Drain the coolant out of it. And we're racing. Our first opening night for that is 4/9. April 9th. Both of these cars are going to be there April 9th at Magic Valley Speedway. I've already prepaid my entry, all that. And so looks like we're committed. Oh yeah, by the way, I need to get busy, guys. This styrofoam stuff, I keep getting loads and loads of it, and it's just piling up. I need to get it done. But like I said, today is March 5th. I was supposed to get started on this March 1st, but the snow and everything going on, and with this war in Ukraine, the gas prices and fuel prices going up. Those that don't know, I haul fuel for a living. So needless to say, everybody is ordering, they're panicking. I understand it. Yeah, when you see a 40-cent jump in 2 days, yeah, you better probably think about getting some fuel in. So I've been extremely busy on the truck, hauling fuel everywhere, every day, just crazy. It's been a crazy couple weeks. So sorry for not getting a video out. Been busy doing that. But we're gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna put you on time lapse. I got nobody else here, so it's just gonna be me for now. And we'll get after it. All right, guys. Okay, guys, I took you off time lapse for a minute. We got the doors and stuff out. I don't know how you guys go about taking these windows out. Myself, I'd like to call a glass company and have them take them out, but I called Safe Light and they wanted $800 just to take them out. I said, I don't want them replaced, I just want them out. Yeah, it's going to be about $800. I said, no, I'll do it myself. So, if you just go and take a hammer and bust these, you're going to have tons of glass everywhere. So what I do is I go through and I put duct tape over the whole window, and then I break the glass and it all comes out, all the shards and everything come out in one piece. You still have some cleanup, but it's way minimal compared to what you will have if you just go pop this window. You're going to have glass everywhere. So we'll go ahead and do that. I just wanted to explain that to you and put you back on time lapse, and we'll get this window out and get the other window on the other side out. Scott showed up. He's working on getting the seats out. Yeah. So, all right, let's get after it.
Get on my head. 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 Get on my
Alright guys, we're about ready to pop these windows. Got Scott inside, so we're waiting for him to get done. He was pulling out the back seat and the rest of the interior stuff so we don't have glass all over everything. And now he's picking up change, gonna put in his piggy bank. I don't pay him very well here, so he's got to find alternative means of income somewhere. He's found a few wrenches, I think 2 7/16, one regular boxed in, one ratchet boxed in. Is that another one? Another 7/16 ratchet, kind of rusted up, but we'll squirt her with some lube and add that to our arsenal. Gotta love free tools. There we go. As soon as he climbs out of there, we'll pop that window. See how it works. Hopefully it works out good. Was rusted up. Now this wrench is back in service. There we go. Another wrench to the arsenal. Okay. He's out. Scott, you want to do it?
No.
No. Usually these are kind of tough. Oh, that one wasn't tough. I hear a minimal amount falling in there. Just go around the edge, break it all off. You get the picture. Of course, the more you hit it, the more it's going to fall in there. You want to go around and break all the edges. Like that. Now I need my gloves. Where did our razor blade knife go? Right there. Now, we taped all the way out to here. This is going to stay in the car. So if you don't no longer do this, you're going to have trouble getting it out. Just cutting a relief in it so that tape's not stuck to the side and tightening it to come out. There. There you go, guys. Look at all that glass that would have been inside there that's now stuck to the tape. See that? Very minimal amount of glass in there. Fairly easy to clean up. That stuff would have been everywhere, guys. So that's how I do it. To each their own. Now I can go straight to the dumpster with that whole piece. It's gone out of my way. We'll do the other side wing window. We didn't do this one. It was already broke, so somebody helped us out on that one. All right, we're going to put you back on some time lapse.
Get on my head. 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 Get on my head.
All right, guys, after a long, hard day, we got her all gutted out. Today's Saturday. What is it, the 5th? Yeah, it's the 5th. So tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to get in here and start fitting this cage in here. For having it partially gutted out, man, there was a lot still left in there. Well, we got all the latches on the hood removed so we can put hood pins on. Got all the glass cleaned up around the edges. Okay, so now you've seen the trick I showed you with the duct tape. That's the easy part. Getting the shard glasses off the edge with all that glue is the hard part. What we do is we got, hold on. We got this blade here and we got a MAP gas torch. So we heat this blade up with the MAP gas torch and then one's pulling and one's running this blade down through there. Hot, and it just peels right off. So that's another little tip for you because it can be quite a pain to get that out of there. What are you doing here finally?
Hey, come show them what I did.
What'd you did? Took the taillights out?
I took the taillights out. I took the carpet and stuff out of the trunk.
She did do
I
that.
cleaned the trunk, all the parts that were in the trunk out.
Yeah? Did you vacuum the car?
No, because I can't find the shop vac.
Oh, I think it's right under that table right there. Anyways, what else did you do?
Let's see, what else did I
Went home and ate.
I didn't eat anything all day today, so I had to go get something to eat. I was starting to get sick.
So, what we got left, like I said, we're going to start fitting this cage in there tomorrow. The doors are still complete. I know FFR and Fleming Family and all them, they post all this stuff up online and sell it and get money out of it. I'm kind of too busy to do that. I mean, I still got a 5.3 LS sitting there that's on the shop floor that's got to go somewhere. I don't. What are you doing now?
Playing with my steering wheel that I'm not going to use.
Put that a little lower and I can be a pirate. Arr, matey, you're driving me nuts. Yeah, I can. I didn't say nothing derogatory. So, we got the column all ready. Got to get knuckle ordered in for the racing wheel. We got it all gutted out back up in there where the cage is going to fit up in there tight. We're going to leave the cluster in there maybe. I don't know if she's staring at the dash too much. That's not a good deal, so we might pull it out too.
Rule number one of racing. Never stare at the dash. Always make sure what's in front of you.
Always look 3 cars ahead of you. Don't look at the dash. We took the heater unit out. We left part of it up in there. We're going to zip tie it up in there because this car has vacuum that goes to the heater unit. We don't want any vacuum leak. The windshield's still intact. The latches is gone from the hood. So we'll put pins in that. The trunk deck lid. Remove the sunroof. We got to sheet that back in. Got brand new tires on her. We got 4 other tires. But anyways, this is probably getting to be a long video, so I'm going to wrap it up here. That'll be the end of this video. The next one will be getting this cage in and continuing forward on this series build on this bomber. She said she was going to build it. I ain't seen her built anything yet.
He don't let me do anything on the cars.
Why is that?
He's afraid I'll screw something up.
Hey, you can't say that on YouTube.
Yes, I can.
Mess something up. So anyways, we gonna get that done. And like I talked about at the beginning of this video, guys, as far as the Ukraine and Russia thing, just keep praying. Turn it over to the good Lord. Like I said a long time ago, anything I can't control myself, I turn over to the good Lord, and He always makes it work. He always does it. And oh, speaking of that, I'm going to hand this over to Buck for a minute. I got an announcement I got to make. So y'all know I bought my Duramax. It's an 04. One of my sponsors had it, Rolly Farms. It's been a sponsor of mine for a long time. Really great guy, really good Christian guy. So he gave me a really good deal on an 04 Duramax. He sold it to me for $6,400 or $6,500, making him payments on it. A couple payments in, he come back to me and says, you know, why don't you just go ahead and keep the truck and call us even? He says, consider that a sponsorship for the next few years. That's what I'm talking about with faith in the Lord. The Lord's always provided anytime things were out of my hand, like I told you before in some other videos. When things get beyond your control and you think you don't have control of something, it's because you're not supposed to have control over it. You're supposed to turn it over to the Lord. The Lord wants you to depend on Him and rely on Him and give Him all the praise and the glory. And as long as you can do that and stay faithful, it'll all work out. So I'm going to close it up on that. Not to get too religious on you, but trust in the Lord always. You guys have a good night, good evening, day, whatever time you're watching this. If you're new here, subscribe. I got a lot. I was going through the analytics. There's like 90% of you that watch the videos aren't subscribed. If you like the content we're putting out, subscribe. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the notification bell. We're going to keep putting out videos. I know it's been, like I said, it's been a little while, 10 days, 11 days since my last video. But we've been extremely busy and trying to get these race cars ready. We're going to get this bomber done. Like I said, the late model is about pretty much done. Just some buttoning up on it. We got the new tires and stuff we got to put on the street. So opening night is April 9th. Both of these cars, this is the street, and this one's got to be out there at Magic. And then, like I said, we got, I think, two tentative dates for sure right now that we've looked at the schedule that we're going to run the Pro Late in Meridian. This is 2 dates that Buck's not going to be happy about, but
I'm racing.
well, these are the 2 dates that Magic's closed that you want to go do something else. But
Well, depending on if we have other plans or not, too, though.
the plans are we're going racing in Meridian. Sorry, with or without you, I'm going to Meridian those days. It's the 2 nights that Magic is closed, Memorial Day or whatever, and
Labor Day.
Labor Day. They run 50-lap main events for the Pro Lates in Meridian. So we're loading up the late. We're heading to Meridian on those nights. We're going to get it dialed in at Magic, so you'll get some footage of testing at Magic Valley Speedway with the Pro Late, as well as Buck. She's going to be new to this car, so she's going to be going to a couple test nights, the first of the season, and I need to take the street. There's 4 test nights, so I've designated 2 for the street and 2 for the late model. And then we have open practice every Saturday, early practice. So we're gonna get them up there, and we'll get that late model dialed in before we even go to Meridian. That way we can haul the mail, do like all the Fleming family do, and smoke them in the heat, smoke them in the main, smoke them in qualifying.
And these late models up in Meridian do not have spotters. They run with race control.
They run off race control just like we do in the streets, just like the bombers do. The bad thing is I wanted to run my 4-barrel on the Pro Late. Reading the rules, if you come with a 4-barrel, you're going to get a restrictor plate. So I'm going to run my quick fuel that you've seen that I've got on it, my 2-barrel quick fuel, which then I don't have to run a restrictor plate. And with the 602, I get a weight break. I only have to weigh 2,700. I could be like, I think it's 60 left or something. I'll have to double check those. But anyways, that's the final setup stuff that I'm talking about on the late model. Got to go through and do tow and nut and bolt everything, make sure everything's good on that car, because we don't want to go up there and tear the car up. That's the bad thing. They call that track the concrete jungle for a reason, because a lot of cars get wrecked there, a lot of good cars. I've seen cars 30 feet up in the air on the billboard signs that are advertising for track sponsors, and they're playing Lightning McQueen up on the billboards. We don't want that. That's a bad night. So.
And that's one of the reasons he will not let me race up there.
That's right. So anyways, thank you for following along. Stay tuned for this build, the Street Stock build series. We got stuff going on. Like I said, we still got foam stacked to the ceiling we got to get up. I mean, it's just kind of a hectic time for us this time of the year, getting ready to get everything lined out. Thanks to Scott. He helps me out in the shop every time we're in the shop. He hides from the camera.
And he's actually Steve's crew chief that he's poached from me.
That's right. She keeps trying to get him back. I told him it ain't happening. He's already trained on the street, and that's where he's going to stay. There's not much to do to a bomber. You can't really do much setup-wise.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I love you guys. New subscribers, or new viewers, please subscribe. It helps us tremendously. Give us a thumbs up, comment. There was something I was going to say. I can't quite remember what it was at the moment, so it'll probably be on the next video.
And make sure you go check out FFR and Miller Time Motorsports.
Absolutely. And old number 7 Garage, check them out. Hunt the Front, Chase Holland, go check them out. If you guys like this kind of content racing, we need to build the community for racing out there on YouTube, and just share the love. I mean, if you go and listen to a lot of these guys, we're all kind of family in a different way. We're all kind of God-fearing, Bible-believing, loving people, and we just try to do what we can do and have fun. And we appreciate all you viewers coming to watch our channels, and we couldn't do it without you. It wouldn't be worth doing without you. So you guys have a blessed Saturday, and we'll catch you on the next one.